Hello, Covenant fam. So I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to film me doing trip plan stuff, because it is a lot going into this, because we have a multi-stop load for the first time in a long time. And well, let me get this camera angle going. You guys are around my neck right now, so I've tried to be hands-free. Even though I'm not moving, I just tried to be hands-free so I can use both my hands to write. So, like the genius I am, I wrote the wrong truck number in there. I started to put 22. My truck does not start with 22. So, and it's kind of weird, like, looking through the camera, like, while trying to write. And you could do this either way. You can either leave it blank, or you can like leave this first box blank and then start your number there so that it fills the back end. It's up to you. Covenant really doesn't care as long as it's filled in. Trip number, that's a good question. So I'm gonna go here to workflow, and I was going through my trip plan, and it's a multi-stop trip, so that means it's going to be like from one place to another. See, there you go. That order number is what I want to write here. So that is 5 4 8 2 0 2 5. So we write that there. Obviously it says trip number, but in the Qualcomm it'll say order number. So just so that you guys are aware of that. So for driver one, like I showed you guys last time, driver one is going to be the one that is first seated. You don't have to do it this way, but we do it that way. It's just easier for us. It's easier for Covenant, because I'm not sure if they go in order, like whoever seated first or whichever. So that's just what we do. For origin, you are going to put like where you're starting out from. So wherever you're going to pick up the load is your originating. That's where origin comes from. Origin is the base word of original, originate, originating. So we're going to go to Laverne. I think that's how you say it. Or Laverne. I say Laverne, but it's spelled like Lavergne. Don't come for me, you guys. Don't come for me. I swear I graduated high school, and I even have some college. So don't be messing with me. So here, added pickups and drops. So this is where it gets a bit tricky, because most of the time you have like a pickup location, you have a drop-off location. So because this is a multi-stop, so we're going to go here and write our multi-stop areas. So there's that. I'm writing smaller because it's a lot of stops, you guys. So there. And then, come on. We're going to go there. Okay. This is really weird. You guys are like in my way. I can't see. So like I said, that because we're dedicated, this does not usually happen, but we are off our lane right now because, you know, your favorite YouTuber, content creator person decided to get in trouble. So I had to come and take care of it, which took us off our lane. And that's another bad thing about being dedicated, guys, if you were wondering, is having to like juggle to get to and from the terminals and stuff if you don't, you know, go there a lot. And it's been a minute since I've been to Florida, guys. Like, that's where we're going to be going. And don't worry, Covenant, I'm not uploading this right now. So we'll already be long gone before they even know like what hit them. I'm all about our physical safety. I know that sounds so bad. Okay, see, I'm starting to run out of room over here. So now I have to come down here because there's still like multiple stops. So let's do that one. And we got, I really cannot see. So I won't even upload this until we are long gone or whichever, when I feel that we won't be in danger as far as like people tracking us of where we are and what places we're going to. Because if I don't upload it when we start out, then they won't be able to follow us along, you know what I mean? So therefore, I think I'm thinking smartly. Kings. Oh, that is not it. That would be a GA. I am messing this paper up for real. I'm gonna have to get another one and do it on that one, because this one thing I do not like, guys, is sloppy bills. I have a lot of I've had a lot of co-drivers that like writing all over the bills, and like they write up here in the corner and they write up there in the corner and then they write down here and then they write, trailer numbers and seal numbers, and I'm like, yo, like this paper looks like crap. I was never one to like even write, like most people write on one piece of paper and then they flip it over. Like I just barely started to get into that. I'm still even like not even about that. Like I am Richmond Hill. Yeah, I am all about, and then our ending location is our starting location, which might sound strange to some of you, but it is what it is. So like I said about here, driver 1, and then employee ID, and then driver 2. Now you guys see why they call me K. Because my name is just a bit too difficult for most, and that's okay sometimes. I kind of like it that way. Here at the top, this little bubble, it says fill in this circle if no expenses are attached. So we're not going to have any expenses. So I'm just going to leave this circle there. And I know that because she's already purchased like her windshield wiper fluid that she gets reimbursed for and stuff like that. And so she's good to go. I just made that worse. It's so hard to look through the camera and write. It's craziness. But anyway, you fill that in so that way once they see that, they know that there are no expenses attached to this, right? There's nothing that's going to be down there in the boxes or anything like that. If you do have expenses, obviously you're not going to fill that in. Ooh, my nails look hideous. I'll get my, my file and clean them out. But you're not going to fill this in if you do have expenses. So leave it blank and then make sure that you take pictures of your receipts when you are submitting your bills. That's what that's for. And then, of course, down here you have your miles. Come on, focus. There we go. So we have the loaded miles. This is like your total miles. This is your empty miles. And then if you're hazmat, I typically write the ERG number down at the bottom. But as far as I know, we shouldn't be hazmat on this load. So that's as far as paperwork goes. And that, well, not really. I lied. Somewhere along here, I have to get, our seal manifest. I did have seal manifest in here. Where did they go? I had another co-driver and she just kind of like messed all my dang on papers up. This was my clipboard from when I first started running doubles and all that other stuff. Oh, I found a bill with Pomona on it. How old is that? Oh, God, my heart still hurts. Why did you do this to me, Covenant? Don't sell Pomona. I'll run that terminal. I'll run that terminal and have it running great. Awesome. Do not do this to me. Anyway, let me stop having my dramatic moment. Here are the seal manifests. So I'm pretty sure with the multi-stop, which is what always happens with multi-stops, is we are going to, oh, that's backwards. We are going to have multiple seals. Okay, they're going to seal us. So this is what this is for, so that we can clear ourselves of the, I don't want to say the responsibility, but we could cover our booties, because you write your pro number up here, which again is your order number or your trip number. And then your trailer number that you're going to have, because you should only have one trailer. And then you write the driver here. Now, it only has a space, like one line, but what we typically do is we write one driver's name and then / and then the other driver's name. Some drivers only do the driver that picks up the load. Some do the driver that only drops off the load. But to me, you're both going to be switching out and be responsible for the load at some point in time. So just put both your names on there. Because you're both responsible for the truck, the trailer, and the load once you receive it. So you might as well both be on there. And then driver loaded, we hardly ever load, so that's typically always a no. We hardly ever assist. We sitting either in the truck, in the sleeper, or, somewhere else. So that's typically always a no. Shipper by is the person that is shipping the goods, where you picked it up from, the shipper. Total drops is going to be however many stops or drops you have. So in this case, mine would be 12. And then the shipper's original seal. This is the very first seal that you guys get, needs to go here. Okay. So on the origin part, again, origin, originating, original, whatever. This is where you're starting at. So this is your location. The date and time you checked in, whether it be AM or PM, and you put the time here, intact. They're talking about the seal. Is the seal intact? Yes, it is. Okay. If it's not, and you're the one that seals it, then don't fill this out until after you seal it. And if you ever get a trailer, guys, that you are the one that seals it, make sure that you are able to see in the back, put your flashlight on, and take pictures of what the condition of the load looks like before you seal it. That way, if anything were to happen in transit, you get there and they're like, oh, everything was falling over, this pallet was broken, and blah, blah, blah. They can't blame us. You'd be like, look, this is what it looked like when I picked up the load. So it's just to cover your butt. Documentation is like the best thing in this industry. It is going to be your best friend. Your seal number, this is the originating seal number. So you're just going to take what you put up here and put it down here. Checkout date and time is going to be the time that you leave the shipper. So you put AM, PM, whichever time it is, and then the time slot goes here, 1500, 1640, whatever time. And then this is your driver signature. Customer signature, I typically leave blank because nobody really signs them anyway. So you could put refuse to sign, or you can leave it blank. I typically only get someone to sign these when they are the ones that break the seal. So that's what either that, or if I'm like doing a repower or a relay, something like that, the drivers that I am either giving the load to or getting the load from, I typically have the on-duty driver sign here. So I sign here, they sign there, and that way we can both agree and verify that the seal is the right seal number. So stop 1, and I'm going to put where we stop at, all that other stuff, and then date, time, blah, blah, blah. Actually, no, I'm lying to you. Oop, it's been that long, you guys. Leave me alone. So, origin, and then when you... No, I was right. Dang it. So you go... This is your first stop that you stop. So I go from where I originated, and then I go to my first stop where I'm taking it to. So then I write all that information here, and it will be the same seal because it hasn't been broken yet. So when they do break it and you need to seal, then you go here. Okay. And then you write the location of the reseal, which is where you currently are and where it was resealed. And then you put the new seal number right there. And then you do the check-in time, the checkout time, driver signature, and then customer, if the security guard or whoever wants to sign it, whoever came out to put the seal on. Then when you get to stop number 2, stop number 2, you are to put that information in here. And then when you reseal for the 3rd location, you go over here to the location of reseal. If you do not have a load that does not need to be resealed, and let's say that I picked up and I put all my information here, and then I only had 1 stop. I go straight down here, put in all the information. It will be the same seal number that it was up here. And then that's it. My seal manifest is done. Okay. If you only had 2 stops, you would only reseal and then stop number 2, and then you're done. So you don't have to fill the whole thing out. It's just a matter of how many stops you have. So that's it for that. And then... So glad I had this load. This is perfect info. Benefits of having a backup GPS system. So I have this. So multi-stops. So this is my multi-stop trip, and I just added all this stuff in there. You're able to set your trips in order so that way, as you're going on the GPS, once you get to that location, it'll ask you if you want to continue to the next one. So you're not sitting there and trying to fiddle with it, putting location after location after location. I had the time to sit and actually enter in all the addresses so that way when I get to one location, it'll clear that one out, and then the second trip will pop up and say continue trip. You hit continue trip, and it'll navigate you from that location to your next location. So I absolutely love it. And that is the benefit, one of the benefits of having a backup GPS system, because I can do that in this and not have to worry about messing with this. So when the GPS is set for this one, come on, love me. Yeah, let's take 1,000,000 years, because I got all the time in the world, you know? Okay, so instead of messing with this one, because she is a bit slow and wonky, but, you know, we're not even going to worry about that, okay? Nothing's perfect, and Covenant's working on fixing it. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to spill the beans on what's going on. So anyway, instead of messing with this and messing with her, because she is who you're going to follow. So the Qualcomm will also stop every stop, you know, along the way. She is just for backup only. Okay, just this in case like I get rerouted, there's construction or a detour, anything like that, she will automatically recalculate. This little bugger, she won't. She'll tell you out of route, and then you're just screwed. So at least with this, they would have the same location, and then I can just follow her whenever she goes out of whack. Sorry if you guys are getting dizzy. So, I typically tell everyone, well, I always tell everyone that your Qualcomm is your number one. This is your primary, because if you get pulled over by DOT, they're going to ask you, which one were you following? Who were you following in order for you to get to where you needed to go? And if you tell them, oh, I was using my Rand McNally, they're going to be like, so you weren't following your Qualcomm? So even though those GPSs are made for trucks, I will tell you, I've been in some situations that little Miss Allie here has gotten us into situations to where we're on small streets, certain things like that, tight turns. So even though they're for trucks, they still make mistakes. So even your backup GPS is not going to be perfect. She is definitely not perfect, but at least she will get you to where you need to go slowly, and you won't get in trouble by the law because you're following what your company sent you, right? So primary, secondary, but she's great because it's already set for one of my locations, right? So no, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Oh goodness, don't do this to me. Would you like to display the time and distance for the current leg or entire multi-stop? Let's do total trip. Oh, yikes. Ouch. Okay. So not what I wanted to do, but anyway, I'll fix it later. Okay, so destination, and we're gonna go points of interest, and we can either do my truck, which goes to whatever is nearest your truck. It follows the GPS of where you are, and it'll give you all the nearest points of interest. You could do the city, so you can do the city of where you currently are. You could do my destination. This will take you to wherever, it'll take you to the spots or the points of interest that are closest to your destination or where you're going. And then my route. So this along your route, and you can choose any one of these. I typically do quick stops. And if I were to choose TA Petro, it's searching within, look at that. There are no TA or Petros in 111 miles going in the direction I need to go. But let's try to go back. And let's go my destination, quick stops, TA Petro. Look at that. So where I'm going to, all these TAs and Petros are. This is one of our authorized fuel stops. This is one of our authorized fuel stops. I'm not sure about Mr. Franklin here. I'm not sure. But anyway, point is that backup GPSs are great to search along the way of where you're going, where you are, and all that other stuff. History, multi-stops, your address book. Like, you can enter all this stuff in there so that it's there. I love this thing. So, again, save your points that you get at the truck stops. And things like that. And when they have like driver appreciation and all that other good stuff, they usually mark down a lot of our equipment and things that we use. A lot of things go on sale, discount, so that way we can get the perks. So, yeah, I just thought I would let you guys know that I do have a trip coming up. I'm super excited. Multi-stops. Haven't done that in a while. Most of them are live load, live unload. Or they all are because it's multi-stop. So I'm excited. I'm not too sure if my co-driver is going to be excited about it, but it is what it is. We're going to be making monies until it's time for us to get on our load again. So there you have it, guys. I'm going to finish up a few more things before we get out of here. So until next time, bye.